Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. Princess Anne left the palace and dropped a royal bombshell about Camilla's conduct, shocking everyone. An insider source claimed that in this in-depth look at the tensions within the royal family, Princess Anne issued a warning to King Charles about Camilla, revealing her true nature in a way that shocked everyone. Princess Anne has been a steady presence inside the British monarchy for as long as anybody can remember. She is well known for her unwavering commitment to duty and her no-nonsense approach. Unlike some of her other royal peers, Anne has not succumbed to the influence of popular opinion. Instead, she has prioritized the stability and traditions of the monarchy. However, Princess Anne's concerns about Camilla, queen consort, have been widely known for years. It would have been beneficial if people had given them more attention. Often, people have ignored Anne's cautions about Camilla, potentially leading to long-lasting consequences for the monarchy. These warnings have ranged from subtle statements to recorded clashes. The origins of dissatisfaction. The initial disapproval. Her disdain of King Charles and Camilla's relationship was not something that Princess Anne concealed from the very beginning of their relationship. Because she was someone who was highly committed to the image of the monarchy, Princess Anne was of the opinion that the cheating scandal that took place between her brother and Camilla was going to become detrimental to the public's impression of the royal family. Reports suggest that Princess Anne, renowned for her straightforward approach and unwavering commitment to duty, held the belief that Camilla's presence would only draw unwelcome attention to the monarchy. Not only did Princess Anne know early on that the British people held the British monarchy to greater standards, but she also understood that this was not only about her own personal views. She believed that the continuous connection of King Charles with a married lady, particularly with a woman who had a tangled love past, was a threat to the ethical standing that the royal family would have to sustain. Warning regarding the third wheel. During the time when King Charles was marrying Diana, Princess Anne allegedly took it upon herself to caution her brother about the risks associated with keeping a close connection with Camilla. She was well aware of the potential consequences of appearing disloyal to the beloved Princess of Wales. King Charles faced the risk of harming not only his marriage, but also the reputation of the entire monarchy by keeping Camilla in his inner circle of supporters. The counsel that Princess Anne gave to King Charles was very clear. He should keep his distance from Camilla in order to save both his marriage and his reputation in the public eye. Unfortunately, her cautions were not taken into consideration, and the results were far more serious than even Princess Anne ought to have anticipated having been the case. Acts of aggression committed by Camilla, changing the customs of the rulers. Princess Anne has reportedly expressed her worries about Camilla's behavior in relation to royal operations and customs, as is reported by sources inside the royal family. The purported attempt by Camilla to involve her family in royal responsibilities stands out as one of the most noteworthy concerns. According to reports, Camilla has been attempting to get royal titles for her children and to place them in prominent positions at key ceremonies that are customarily reserved for blood royals. It is said that Anne saw this as a breach of royal norms, and she sent a warning to King Charles about the possible reaction that may come from both the general people and top royal leaders. The situation was at odds with the aspirations of the late queen. Furthermore, people perceive Camilla's actions as directly contradicting the demands of the late Queen Elizabeth. A debate has arisen, for instance, as a result of Camilla's choice to change her title from queen consort to queen. It has been stated that Anne, who is well known for her profound regard for the heritage of the late queen, has voiced her dismay over this decision. She views it as a diversion from the established plan and an unwarranted disrespect to royal history. Equine assets belong to the late queen. The sale of horses left to Princess Anne by the late queen is another contentious issue, according to media reports. Reports suggest that Camilla's involvement in these transactions constitutes a significant breach of protocol, leading to tension between the two women. For Anne, this topic is not only a question of personal grievance, rather, it is a matter of honoring the wishes of the late queen as well as the statutes that govern royal inheritance procedures. Remarks made by members of the younger generation. Statements regarding the heirs. Reports have emerged indicating that Camilla has made derogatory comments on the future of the monarchy, with a particular focus on the children of Prince William and Princess Catherine. It is said that she has expressed her disagreement with Princess Charlotte's demeanor and questioned whether Prince George would be a suitable candidate for the role of future king. If these remarks are true, they would strain her relationship with William and Catherine and undermine the royal succession. It is quite possible that Princess Anne, who is extremely protective of the future of the monarchy, would consider such measures to be extremely detrimental. There are restrictions on who can wear royal tiaras. Additionally, it has been alleged that Camilla has changed the regulations regulating the usage of royal tiaras, therefore restricting the availability of these tiaras to other royal ladies. She highlighted Princess Catherine's refusal to wear a tiara associated with Princess Diana as one example. The royal family has viewed this action as an insult against senior royals, further fueling tensions within the family. In the past, Princess Anne has cautioned us about Camilla, and this is not the first time she has done so. I am going to share with you a reality about Camilla's actual nature that has been exposed by Princess Anne, which has the potential to shock everyone. At first, there was a distinct lack of approval. Her disdain of King Charles and Camilla's relationship was not something that Princess Anne concealed from the initial stages of their relationship, because she was someone who was highly committed to the image of the monarchy. Princess Anne was of the opinion that the affair that took place between her brother and Camilla would eventually prove detrimental to the public's impression of the royal family. Reports suggest that Princess Anne, renowned for her straightforward approach and unwavering sense of responsibility, held the belief that Camilla's presence would only draw unwelcome attention to the monarchy. 2. Warning for the third wheel. During the time when King Charles was marrying Diana, Princess Anne allegedly took it upon herself to caution her brother about the risks associated with keeping a close connection with Camilla. She was well aware of the potential consequences of appearing disloyal to the beloved Princess of Wales. Her advice to King Charles was unambiguous. He should distance himself from Camilla to preserve both his marriage and his public image. 3. Concerns regarding the public reputation. Princess Anne cautioned her brother on several occasions about the long-term repercussions that might result from his association with Camilla. In her opinion, putting Camilla into the public eye would only serve to ruin the prestige of the family, which would result in the alienation of some segments of the British people who remained faithful to Diana. 4. The effects on Diana's life. Princess Anne, who always upheld a polite but distant connection to Diana, likewise cautioned King Charles concerning the manner in which his association with Camilla might eventually impact the Princess of Wales. Camilla's participation, she thought, would not simply result in a personal catastrophe for Diana, but it also had the potential to transform the public disintegration that the princess had experienced into a full-blown controversy. 5. It raises questions about Camilla's reliability. Princess Anne allegedly harbored significant reservations about Camilla's true allegiance to King Charles and the royal family. Camilla's history, most especially her poor standing for having an affair with Charles while she was still wedded to Andrew Parker Bowles, was the source of her fears. 6. A reputation of royalty that is at risk. It was Anne's greatest concern that Camilla's contentious past would permanently tarnish the reputation of the royal household. As someone who was quite protective of the heritage that her family had left behind, Anne saw this as a huge warning sign. 7. There are questions over Camilla's role. When the topic of Camilla possibly becoming queen consort came up, Princess Anne reportedly expressed serious misgivings. Anne was of the opinion that Camilla was not a suitable candidate for the job, considering her contentious history and her problematic connection with the general public. 8. The message indicates that it's too early. During the terrible events that occurred in 1997, when Princess Diana passed away, Anne allegedly cautioned King Charles that bringing Camilla into the limelight earlier than necessary may have disastrous consequences. She warned her brother that moving too quickly could incite anger in Charles and Camilla due to their actions. 9. There is a significant tension between their public and private personas. According to reports, Anne had significant reservations over Camilla's capacity to bear the unrelenting scrutiny of the public that came with being a member of the royal family. She feared that the public would scrutinize and judge Camilla's every action in relation to Diana's legacy. 10th, the struggle before the public opinion. For a number of years, Princess Anne repeatedly expressed her fear that the general people in the United Kingdom would have a difficult time accepting Camilla, especially in light of the fact that she was involved in the dissolution of the marriage between King Charles and Diana. Anne was of the opinion that Camilla's presence was going to persist as a source of contention not just inside the family, but also when it came to the broader public. 11. The importance of trust. It has been said that Anne had substantial worries over the potential impact that Camilla's return to the royal household may have on the connection that King Charles could have with his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. She was concerned that William and Harry could have a difficult time accepting Camilla, particularly in light of the fact that she had been involved in the problematic marriage of their parents. 12. The crash of the image. Anne was able to anticipate that Camilla's relationship with Charles would satiate the journalistic community's need for controversy. Her greatest concern was that the enormous scrutiny that would surround Camilla's re-entry into royal life would result in years of negative news across the media. 13. The article discusses the tensions among the royal family. Camilla's presence may potentially cause friction within the royal family itself, and Anne was aware of this possibility. She was especially worried about the impact that Camilla's growing status within the family might have on the ties she had with other members of the royal family. 14. A word of caution regarding marriage. Anne raised a number of significant concerns about Charles and Camilla's union. She was under the impression that entering into a marriage with Camilla may rekindle problems and exacerbate popular animosity against both Charles and the monarchy. 15. Image of the heir. According to reports, the last warning that Princess Anne sent concerned King Charles's long-term position as monarch. She felt that his choice to publicly pledge to Camilla may compromise his position as king and harm the monarchy's capacity to maintain its stability in the future. An inheritance of cautionary tales. Princess Anne has consistently and unambiguously issued warnings about Camilla over the course of many years. Whether they stem from worries about public opinion, royal traditions, or the relationships within the family, Anne's objections demonstrate her unrelenting dedication to maintaining the stability of the monarchy. A significant perspective on the issues that the royal family is now confronting is provided by her observations, which have been fashioned by decades of experience. The tensions that surround Camilla's status continue to be a sensitive topic, even as the British monarchy continues to negotiate its way through the contemporary day. The cautions issued by Princess Anne serve as a timely reminder of the difficult balance that exists between personal ties and public responsibility, a balance that has for centuries been the defining characteristic of the monarchy. Although it is uncertain whether or not her worries will eventually be justified, there exists a thing that can be said with absolute certainty, Princess Anne's voice, which is sometimes ignored, continues to be one of the most consistent in the continuous saga of the royal family. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for the time being.